Dude, I can't wait to play bot lane, bro. This is so awesome. I love getting off-rolled. The game is so fun when they off-roll you, bro. It's legit a movie. Alice showed me like the fundamentals of like what I need to do better. And I gotta do it, bro. Dude, Decadence by design. Thank you for the 30, bro. You know what? Just for that, bro, I got you, man. This is for you, bro. Have you enjoyed the journey so far? I enjoy it. Like, I genuinely have, man. The only thing that's like ruining it is like how much like toxicity and negativity I have to deal with. That's literally the only like downside to any of it. I genuinely enjoyed my whole time like switching to jungle. And like progressively learning and getting better, improving and trying new champs. Bro, this mid lane journey has genuinely been like some of the most cancer ever because like all the shit parts that came out of jungle is just like here for at the start of my jungle, I didn't have to deal with as much harassment. But on mid lane, I've had to deal with harassment since like I was playing Norms games, bro. First time in characters in Norms games, it's so cancer. They're most boring. My thing is I just don't have the time to be able to go through replays. Like, I cannot stream myself sitting through replays, unfortunately. That's, like, just not really content. Why do you keep playing mid, then? Because if I want to play this game at a high level, I have to stream in a role that actually is entertaining to watch and, like, actually playable in the confines of being able to stream with no delay. Then do it off stream. Yo, when you get off work, when you get off work, bro, you should go do more boring work is what you should do. Yo, when you stop, you should go work an 8-hour shift and then just like go like review your day of like your 8-hour shift, bro. You actually don't want to do anything else with your time, bro. You want to like do it for another 10 hours. Think for a fucking minute, dumbass. Think for a fucking minute, bro. 8 hours and then watch replays. Do you have cancer to think that's normal? For the chance of a couple % of improvement? Are you crazy? Sit and watch replays? You're stuck because you treat as work. It should be fun, and VOD reviewing should be fun too. It is non-subbed Eastern Europeans that have never done anything with their disgusting shit lives that I am choosing to read messages from. You are in Eastern Europe. You are in Eastern Europe. You have the equivalent education of a fucking potato, bro. There is no way on God's green earth, bro. I refuse to believe I'm reading real messages right now from real people. I literally refuse to believe you are real and believe what you are typing. I refuse to believe, bro. Just say you're rage baiting me, bro. Please, do me a favor. Just say, LOL, you've been rage. Please, bro. I would rather I am rage baited right now than knowing you are serious. Nah, bro, it's fine. I'm just not gonna read any of these messages. I'm not reading any of these messages. It's fine, my bad, bro. I'm just like genuine disbelief, bro. The solution to me improving, guys, is that I need to spend time in my. I need to turn off my stream after I'm done streaming for a whole day and watch back my replays, bro. I need to watch back my replays. That's gonna make the difference for me, bro. That's what's gonna like, no, bro, I just got LS coaching. I have to play 100 games applying the fundamentals LS coached me, bro. Like, what the fuck is watching a replay and going, oh, I inted here, my bad. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, oh my God, man. Do you think Nemesis doesn't VOD review? You think Nemesis doesn't VOD? You know what, bro? You're right. Nemesis finishes an 8-hour stream and watches his replays. You're right, bro. Bro, I'm playing D1 solo queue. They're telling me to watch my replay off stream, bro. I'm playing D1 solo queue. I'm playing D1 solo queue. You think I should end stream and watch my replay, bro? Guys, I'm gonna be completely transparent with you guys right now. Okay? New requirement, bro. Please. I understand you want to help and you want to contribute and you want to give me advice. If you are lower ranked than my current account right now, which is genuinely, it would be an impressive feat to be able to be below D2. If you are a lower rank, please stop typing. You know what I mean? So right now, Aridius, right now in chat, if you want to stay perma low on a non-inflated role, be my guest. If you want to link me your account so I can understand the kind of level that you're at to give advice, I genuinely, bro, I mean it, bottom of my heart. Link me your account, I'm curious. The kind of advice that someone would give out, I want to see your rank. I got you. Let's see. I'm genuinely curious. For the other guys in chat that I don't remember names off the top of my head. I would love to see their accounts, bro. Bro, like you are 300. You don't have to watch replays. You play Shen, bro. You don't have to watch replays. You play Shen, bro. You're on to being Shen, bro. You don't have to watch a replay. You need to flip a coin and hope you press R correct. Bro, I'm losing my mind. It is the people who aren't. I'm gonna just say it, bro. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be really rude right now because I can't believe what I'm saying, bro. It is the people. Hear me out right now. It is the people who are genuinely, outrightly bad at the game. You can play one single champion at a master tier level. You understand me? I have climbed to challenger support, grandmaster on jungle, 2 roles, and I played multiple champions. You don't have to think I'm good. You don't have to. But you do not, I don't know in what world, you think you're qualified to give anybody advice. Anybody. I would be embarrassed. I would be legitimately embarrassed if I was Masters 300 OP on fucking Shen giving advice how to climb. Yo, you should watch replays. Have you watched a replay in your life? Yo, you play Shen, bro. You press alt and say Bismillah. Have some fucking awareness, bro. Yo, I'm sorry. I actually, I cannot believe it. I actually can't believe it, bro. I actually can't believe it. Like, the people that give advice that's so shit are like, hey, bro, you should watch replays. Replays are good to watch. Thanks, bro. That's a great idea. If I was a fucking aspiring, if I was a fucking person who didn't have to stream hours a day and I played solo queue, I could go say, I could play a game, watch my replay in queue. I could go do that. Unfortunately, I'm streaming. I care more about having to entertain a stream. So I'm not going to sit here and be like, ooh, guys, the game we just watched 20 seconds ago. Ooh, I died on a bad time here. That's my bad. Like, think for a fucking minute, bro. And then end my stream and then do that instead? Are you fucking stupid? 2 easiest roles in the game. I'm not even reading your brother, you can't even rage bait me anymore. I've already gotten so mad. You're 300 LP playing Shen. Bro, you couldn't even, you legit failed the rage. You can't even rage bait me more. I'm not reading your message, bro. Like, you objectively play Shen top for 300 LP, bro. You can literally type whatever you want, bro. I could not give less of a fuck. Anybody else types, I'll probably get rage baited. I'll probably get mad. You play fucking Shen for 300 LP. You play one champ, bro. You know every matchup. Congrats. I'm on game 20 Syndra figuring out how the Katarina matchup goes. What? You should watch the replay, bro. You should subscribe to a Bible guide on how to play Syndra. People that pull through here to backseat, bro. You know what it is? It's frustrating. There's guys like this that think they're qualified at backseat because they view me as a lesser player than them. So they think they have, for some reason, they think they have the right to like backseat and give advice. Like they think, yo, I'm master tier. This is the one, because you can't go like if I go to live, you can't backseat any other streamer. Who's watch, like literally, like no joke. Look. Who can you backseat here? Death there, Phantasm, Tyler 1. You can't backseat any of these guys. You know they're better than you. I'm the only guy you can backseat. First, you think you can. You can't even backseat me. But there's nobody else on Twitch you can backseat. Yes, you're Emerald, and of course people notice your mistakes and try to help you refuse and call it rage bait. Zafty, bro, how many messages have you fired away in the last bit? Your name keeps popping up. Bro, you're trying this rage bait shit so hard, bro. Nemesis doesn't. You think Nemesis doesn't VOD review? If I threw up a CAPTCHA test, I don't even think you could spell the word CAPTCHA, bro. I think in the country you reside in, the word CAPTCHA doesn't translate, so you don't know it. I genuinely believe it. I don't think you know the word CAPTCHA. Bro, Nemesis ends his fucking 8-hour stream in VOD reviews. You're right, bro. Holy fuck, you're a genius. You stupid. So I'm getting so mad, bro. This is so insane. Nice, bro. NT, bro. All it took was the 5-0 Carson. Are you fucking drooling? Oh, my bad. Unlucky. I'll play. No, but curious. Like, yo, do you guys backseat in any other streams? Like, just out of pure curiosity, bro. Do you, like, type and like this and, like, backseat? Like, yo, you should do this and this and any... No, bro. You only do it here. I'm not asking for advice either. Yo, I should also play without reading... Yo, I should play fully focused and not read my Twitch chat while I play, too. Great advice, man. Fucking dumbass, bro. Like, thanks, man. Yo, you should stream with no delay, too, so you don't get ghosted. Thanks, bro. I didn't think of that, man. I'll give you a genuine question, then you gatekeep by saying yourself, if you're a lower rank, don't talk, I show I'm higher. Brother, like, okay, congratulations, bro. You have like what? I was 100 LP before my LS coaching. Congrats, bro. You have 200 LP on me when playing one single champion. Congrats, bro. Yo, congrats, man. That you completely, yo, congrats, bro. You were systematically correct. You're not fucking good, bro. Like, yo, congratulations. You are higher LP than me. Congratulations, bro. I was assuming I'm gonna get linked to challenger account, bro. You know what I mean? I'm getting linked to fucking 300 PL. I was 300 LP. I was 200. I was 179 playing mid lane, bro. I got LS coaching. I'm applying fundamentals. Like, yo, I was literally higher LP than you, like playing jungle. Like, what's the point, bro? Well, technically, I'm a higher LP than you right now. Oh, you're a higher LP than the guy who's been playing a role for 1 month while you play one single champion. That's impressive, bro. Congratulations. You make up the shit I say. You make up the shit, some shit that you think I think I'm better than you. Retort to my last message by putting me down. Actual peak hypocrisy. Bro, I think you're just on my meat. I think you're stupid. I think you're not good at the game. So with those factors, I think you should just like not come in and try to serve up advice. That's all. That's all I'm saying, bro. I just think you're not in a position to give advice out, bro. That's literally it. It's not that deep, not that crazy, bro. You proved my point. You showed me your credentials, and I'm like, wow, you really are not qualified to give advice. If I wanted a 300 LP OTP to give me advice on their shit that plays a shit champ, I would say, yo, Autoloicus, what's your advice to climb? I would message Autoloicus. Autoloicus, I see that you're 100 LP OTPing set for the 8th year in a row. Do you have any advice to climb? Why do League streamers playing in high elo have such big ego the moment someone rank them says do this or this, they get easily triggered? Because nobody wants to be told, nobody who is streaming this game is asking their viewers to give them advice or tell them how to play. It's called backseating. So the reason why they get upset is because they're not looking for that or asking for that. The people who are doing it are socially unaware and socially inept to realize that what they're doing is annoying and cringe. I understand. I have to word it for you like this so you can understand, but that's all it is, bro. It's not even an ego thing from streamers, bro. Like, nobody is asking for advice or backseating. That's just all it is. We exist in the same MMRs. You sitting here thinking you're better than me proves how emotional you are. You're the one started with the dick measuring elo. I made a suggestion that you review your shit games and you're full-blown upset. Okay, here, 1 second, bro. I'm gonna give you an analogy here so that you can kind of understand it, okay? So you right now are going for a walk right now, and I look at you and I think you're a little bit chubby. And I look at you, I come up to you and I go, hey man, I'm the same build as you, okay? We're the same build, same physique. And I go, you should drink more water and you should like get 8 hours of sleep. And like, you tell me all this generic, common knowledge bullshit and start telling me what you should and shouldn't do. That's what you're doing. You're coming into my stream. You have no credentials to like give me real advice. And you're telling me the most generic, straight up bullshit, bro. You're just giving me straight up generic bullshit thing. You're like, oh, I'm trying to help you, bro. I'm just giving you advice. Bro, you are nothing special. Why do I, like no offense, bro. You are nothing special. Why do I want your advice? Especially when your advice is the most generic, straight up bullshit. You should VOD review. Okay, you should sleep 8 hours a night and drink 3 liters of water. What? Bro, this guy won't get it. This guy won't talk, bro. This guy won't call, bro. There's nothing to debate, bro. What's he gonna debate? What's he gonna debate? My advice is good. You should VOD review. No way, bro. Thank you, man. You don't say so. 100%. All right, bro. We'll get it started, bro. LS wants to talk to you. I'm probably just gonna I'll be honest, man. I'm not gonna be very mature. I'm probably just gonna call you shit and like make fun of you. But I mean, like it is what it is, bro. I'm probably just gonna be a dickhead. I'll do my best. I'll do my best. Make a chat rule not to backseat if it's not allowed. Make a yo people. So we gotta tell people not to backseat. Thank you, bro. Not a bad idea, man. Not a bad idea, bro. It's actually just like not even like common gaming streaming knowledge to like just not backseat. That's not actually like nobody. You're right, bro. I should have to announce it. Guys, don't be racist. Guys, more advice. Don't be racist. Here we go, bro. We gotta announce it now. Apparently, LS, this guy's a fucking potato. Please, LS, do you have mod? Just go through this guy's chat logs, bro. 1 second. Let me give LS mod. Bro, LS, please read this guy's chat logs. And if you don't hit your head on your desk, LS, like I'll send you $100, bro. LS, if you manage not to hit your head on your desk, like $100, bro. Enjoy. I'm trying to do the thing where I'm trying my best not to ban people, bro, but my god, bro. Where's the guy, where's the guy from Poland that was typing about Nemesis VOD reviews after stream, bro? I joined your disc? Okay. I'll add LS to call. LS wants to be in this call if you don't mind. I'm gonna add him. I'm gonna let LS do the talking, bro. Hello.
Yo, what's good?
Yo, give him 1 sec. Let LS join and we'll... LS, hello.
Do you want me to start?
LS, you here?
Yeah, hello.
Okay, hello.
The claim I was making that I think that when you are trying to improve at the game, I think that VOD reviewing your own stuff is really important because I think that the self-discovery of your own mistakes, obviously with having like the understanding of like fundamental concepts, like I'll give an example. Like for example, if you don't know what wave states are, that's like a caveman who's like never discovered fire. But if you understand what fire is and you're like trying to start it, going like through the process of making mistakes with your own 2 hands or your own 2 eyes is going to be a lot more beneficial to you in the long term than to just like listen to other people's advice and goes in one ear and out the other. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying that like VOD review, self-review is the best way to improve the game.
Stay with him now.
But well, I mean, I just fundamentally disagree, and I have a lot more hands-on experience and knowledge of that specific topic, right, than you. But I mean, I'm not going to vote that. I can just ask you a couple of questions that would show that it doesn't actually inherently matter. Someone VOD reviewing that isn't able to definitively know what the mistake that they're making actually is might instead arrive at a false conclusion and then believe that the false conclusion is correct. And then they would go about the process of then playing out the false conclusion as their perceived answer. And then it would loop. In fact, actually, a lot of people do that, right? Because they utilize their own heuristics for going about practice or improvement, etc. And they can't actually discern what is better or what isn't better because of the methods that they use while VOD reviewing, which is actually why VOD reviewing, depending on who's doing it, sometimes is actually ineffective. In fact, I would argue that for the mass majority, it is typically ineffective, except for very obvious and basic mistakes.
I mean, okay, I agree with that in the sense that, like, if you took the general league player base, if you took like 80, like, I'm going to partially agree with you here, that if you took like 90%, no more than that, 95% of the league player base, and you like told them to like look at one of their games, they wouldn't be able to recognize an issue. Like, until they know what is like a mistake in the game, then they can't diagnose the issues. I agree with you in that part, but I guess like let's laser in on like at least talking about people like nickich, myself, and obviously you. Like, we're obviously all like existing within like, you know, at least the top 5% of players where like you can understand the basic fundamentals of the game for the most part. And I'm just saying that, for example, I think nickich has basic understanding of the game. You obviously have basic understanding. I like to think I do as well. So I think that if you have the tools at your disposal and you're aware of like the basic fundamentals of the game, I think that you going in yourself and looking at the mistakes you make is an important and healthy thing to be improving as a player, no?
No, I mean, I'm not inherently disagreeing that you can definitely do stuff like that, but the point would still remain that there is the possibility of error on more problematic or advanced things, right? So in regards to the basics of like making a mistake, nickich can, yes, he can go into a VOD and he can see that he didn't cast W or he didn't cast E, etc., right? Or he, you know, didn't do this, or he could spot or identify basic problems that would be inside of his gameplay. But what is more problematic and more widespread in his own gameplay right now is just baseline mechanics that has to do with fundamentals that isn't necessarily specific to the gameplay in an overarching sense.
Can I say something here? So my frustrations with this whole topic and why I raised my tone and I was a little frustrated with what I did is I imagine you spending your day with people giving you criticisms and ideas and suggestions of what you should and shouldn't do. And none of them are in a position where they are what I would say qualified enough or where I could really take any of it seriously. And when I have people who I know for sure are in that fit that bracket that I'm making here, and they're giving me the most generic, the most like what's the right word I'm looking for here? Just not very thoughtful. It's not thoughtful advice. It's like telling me I should sleep 8 hours a day. It's like telling me I should go for a walk when I should get 10K steps in a day if I'm trying to lose weight. It's just very like basic low hanging fruit advice that is just like, you don't need to go out of your way to like tell somebody to do this stuff. Like, it's so minuscule. It is not real advice. It's just trying to chime in for the sake of chiming in. It's so redundant. It's unnecessary. It's so pointless. Just is what it is.
Do you ever VOD review? Oh, sorry, Alice.
I do not. At this time, in recent times, I do not VOD review. I do not have time to VOD review. I am a streamer. I have many things I have to do. I do not have the time, like a solo queue player, that could queue for a game, take a 10-minute break, and watch my VOD back. I have to entertain a stream. I'm not afforded that luxury. I'm aware that I'm consciously acknowledging that I can't do that. That's all it is. So it's like,
okay.
Yeah, go Alice.
No, I was gonna say. So actually, on what you're saying, Nick, I actually slightly disagree with that because there's insights, right? Insight GG. Every pro team in the world uses insights. So as soon as their scrim ends, they open up insights, right? Because it's basically a locally recorded, very quick VOD that's your first person view that doesn't require you to physically open up the VOD or record on PC. I
know those exist. Yes, I used to have the respawn GG thing. I know those are a thing. Yeah, but my point is that's not a thing for my. I'm not doing that in queue on my stream. Like, that is not. I would rather be engaging with my chat. I'd rather be doing other things. It's the same thing. And now imagine this. I could also do many other things. If I wanted to climb on jungle, I could also play with delay, and I could play with map. I could do these things, but I am consciously making a choice. So it is so annoying and redundant when I'm told the same information from people who don't understand the situation. They're just trying to give generic, basic advice. Like, thank you, bro. I think I know this.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah. And then this is the how do I say it right?
Eritis. Yeah, Eritis.
Eritis. Okay. So this is the Aridus guy. So I asked you earlier in chat, do you think that people that are in the same MMR contain the same amount of knowledge? And you said yes.
I think generally speaking, they do. I think that there's obviously going to be like differences in player skill, and I think that there's different skill sets that people have, like within the same MMR, especially based on their role, champion pool, champion difficulty. There's a lot of factors in saying that. That's why I said generally I think they do, because usually just by the mechanisms of a competitive multiplayer game is that if you are in roughly the same, if you are in the same MMR as somebody else, there is like a general. And I use the word general very, very generously. Sorry, that sounds a bit weird. I use the word generously when I say yes. I don't think that, like, for example, I think that if you took like I'll give an example. I don't know. If you took a fucking Yuumi player who's 100 LP in Masters and you take like an Mbessa one trick in 100 LP Masters, I have no issue. Like, I'd be lying if I said the Yuumi player is even remotely on the same skill level whatsoever. That's why I say generally.
Sure. Okay. So again, my experience doing this in conversations and whatever, I would disagree with it from the fact that people objectively reach different MMR brackets through very different means. And you're actually kind of highlighting it in an adjacent way, which is like champion differences. Someone who plays an assassin type champion, if you play Akali, you play Zed, you play Talon, you play Nefiri, you do all these other types of things, your climb is mostly predicated on the ability to take advantage of split-second decisions inside of a game and snipe someone, they go down, etc. Sometimes you end up climbing. Whereas a tank player, if someone plays Ornn, which is why sometimes macros climbs can actually be very impressive, the things that that champion needs to do in order to climb requires more total awareness of what is happening inside of the game that doesn't just allow you to instantly delete someone. Right? So he needs to be aware of more things and a different type of damage threshold in order to do it. He has to take in more variables, whereas the assassin player can view things through an individual lens and almost tunnel in onto one thing, do that job, and climb. Which is why sometimes when you hear challenger players talk about the game, even if they're extremely high, they're completely unknowledgeable about surrounding concepts. All that they've done is they've essentially pattern recognitioned damage thresholds, screenshots or like snapshots in their mind of, you know, dragon dances, baron dances, or like lethal thresholds, etc. And they execute on it repeatedly because the actual amount of questions that they have to ask with their surrounding teammates inside of a game is extremely limited, which is why like Riot comes out or others come out sometimes saying that the amount of actual individual influence that someone might have inside of a game of their own MMR bracket is typically somewhere around 15 to 20%. To alter or weigh the outcome of the game. But like a tank player who plays only jungle or something versus an assassin player, they're going to have wildly different ways of how they climb to that tier and the types of things that they stress or that they even look for.
Yeah, and
the fundamental
and sorry, I'm going to quickly.
I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that necessarily.
I'm going to quickly.
I guess.
I'm gonna quickly just one second. And the reason, because I now I'm talking to you like I don't want to be as like hostile, but like the reason I was so upset when I saw your account is because you said the Yuumi player versus the Mbessa. And no offense, like a 300, like a couple hundred LP playing Shen top is the equivalent of like Yuumi for me compared to what I've done. So in my point of view and how I see things, I view you as like the D1 Yuumi, basically trying to give advice, like in my world. So.
I don't think that's necessarily fair. I don't think that Shen is necessarily like a walk in the park character. To be perfect.
I'm not. Yeah, it's not. Maybe it's not Yuumi, but like in terms of this situation and something realistic, like this is as close as we could kind of get. I don't think it's the easiest thing ever, but I also think like it's not far off for this instance. And again, that's subjective. That's like opinion based. I'm not saying it's subjective. That's just how I was. I'm giving you a perspective of how I viewed it. That's all. That's all it is.
Weighted against what, right? Like that's why like when you were earlier, right? Like I'm gonna be respectful because I'm obviously talking to you, but it's like earlier. When you were saying that, like, oh, if your account is lower than mine, then like don't speak. And then I show it to you, and then like you spend the rest of that time. Obviously, you're obviously upset. I get it. Like you're learning shit. It's a frustrating process, but you're getting upset, and then you're like talking down, like, oh, this character, you're a Shen player. Like, why, you have no right to talk to me. Like you're worse than me. It's like I don't like. What are you weighting that against? Like, what are you weighting a Shen top laner against in your champion pool that like makes you think that you're a better player than me? Like, sure, I know that you've peaked challenger. And I know that you've hit GM on jungle, but like I've also hit GM, like early season GM on Shen. Like it's like we exist in the same space. We've played games together. Like I don't like necessarily think that I'm better than you whatsoever. So I just like don't really like get why you're like talking down to me. I don't know why.
Because
that's, like, a defense
I'm
mechanism
not,
notice.
because I don't think somebody should be in a position to go out of their way to try and give advice when they are not, like, if you are not, like, how would I say, like, good enough in the field to be serving, like, you're not in a position to serve out advice is basically how I see it. If you're not, like, if we're at the same level, basically, like, why are you trying to give me, like, advice? Like, what is the point in this? The only people that should really pipe up are, like, if I had, like, a streamer in my chat, like, you know, maybe I'm playing mid lane, if Nemesis comes into my chat and types something, sure, bro, like, by all means, say whatever the hell you want. But I don't think any, like, random Twitch chatter should just pop in and be like, yo, by the way, bro, you should do this, this, and this. And it's like, yo, we're, like, same rank, or I'm a higher rank than you. So, like, what's the point in you telling me, like, some pointless ass advice? Like, this is stupid.
We might have entirely different skill sets in the same MMR, like LS was saying earlier.
No,
Or,
but
like,
the thing
players-
is backseating in general is just not asked for advice. Like, nobody wants
I would-
backseating.
I mean, I'm not. I don't think telling you that like maybe you should VOD review as like just as a habit. I don't think that's like really backseating. I'm not telling you how to do your Syndra combo. I'm not telling you to back. I'm not telling you to like build this item. I'm not like sitting in your ear trying to constantly like berate every point of yours. I'm just saying that maybe you should engage in a practice that I think is healthy, that like benefited me, that also could benefit other people. That's all I was saying. Like it's not really anything more, anything less than that.
It is backseating. You're telling me something that I should do. That's still backseating. I know what you're saying. That is still fundamentally backseating. That falls in line with backseating. I'm not gonna, like, this is not a definition thing. Like, you are telling me something that I should do in order my game. Someone's telling me I should try and use extra Q on Syndra before. You know what I mean? Like, it's telling me something I should do, bro. That's still backseating. You could say whatever you want about it. It's still technically backseating. That's why it's very frustrating to deal with that in my chat. That's how I got here, because I got very frustrated by it. That's how we got to this, right? Like that. I'm trying to give you a bit of understanding of where I'm coming from, because I'm not just crashing out at anybody who's typing anything. It's like repeated people typing the same kind of thing, and then unfortunately, like, you just kind of were responding, so I like went hard on you. But that's. I hope you can at least see where I'm coming. As long as you can see where I'm coming from and you can kind of understand me on a personal level, that's what I want from this. Because I don't want to just yell at people and crash out on people. Like I'm just trying to, you know. Hopefully other people will understand now, like, what is and isn't okay, and what's my thought process.
I'm no stranger to people crashing out each other. We both play the same game. I'm not really a stranger to that. I guess my only thing that I just would like to leave you off on, if this call ends at any second now, would be just, I think that if you want to get better at the game, I think that it's like a healthy practice. I've done it. I thought it was good. I was making a genuine suggestion when I said it. Like, obviously I'll meme in the chat. People rage bait. Like some's lighthearted, some's like not lighthearted, you know. But I'm just saying that I think it's a healthy practice. Maybe you should try it if you find the time. I think it's beneficial. You understand, like, you're able to diagnose issues and situations and mistakes in the game. And so, like, I think it's, like, pretty good if you already have those basic understandings. That's all. That's all I was really trying to say.
Yeah, I agree. I think I will get to a point where VOD reviewing will actually be helpful. I think right now that's not the case for me. But I do agree. I think there is going to be a point where that will be helpful, 100%. I think in jungle, with where I was at in jungle, I think VOD reviewing would have helped me at that point in my jungle climb, like the level I was at. I think VOD reviewing jungle would be good, but I agree.
All right, bro. Well, I think that's pretty much all I had to say.
Unless, do you have anything else? Yeah. Anything else?
No. I mean, yeah, I think to echo on your point about, like, if Nemesis came into chat and said something to you, or like APA, I think, is that APA? Is that is that?
Yep, that is him. Yeah, it is him.
Okay, so that's APA. Like, if APA comes into chat, you don't have to question whether or not the person, even if they're the same MMR as you, is capable of diagnostics. You don't have to have that thought. Whereas with a random chatter or something, even if they're the same MMR, you do have to have that thought, because you can't know. And that's part of the frustration.
Okay.
All right. Well,
thank you guys for talking. I appreciate it. It was good. Thank you. I think this is easy. Good talk, because it also we use this as like a platform to kind of like showcase to others like what is and isn't okay, and like, you know what I mean, a little bit of my thought process, a little bit, and for other people who want to, you know, think about VOD reviewing for themselves now, this is some good things to think about. So thank you guys.
It's okay, bro. I'll run you down when I run into you later on. Yeah. No, seriously. Good luck in your games.
All right, you too, bro. All right, later. Bye. Easy, guys. See ya. Oh. All right, guys. So TLDR the conversation. If you are not challenger, please do not type in my chat telling me what to do. TLDR of the conversation. There was no other takeaways. Nothing else to take away. Just quite simply, if you are not challenger, you do not have the right to speak. It's a rights thing now. It's not even about typing in chat. It's about a human rights thing. You do not have rights unless you're a challenger. Does that make sense, guys? No, W to that guy, bro. W. He was a good sport. He spoke properly, even though I was very hostile. I appreciate it, bro. Again, my point is, guys, unfortunately, I'm a streamer. I cannot VOD review. I saw one guy crack a joke. Yeah, bro, loses early and goes non-verbal and, like, has to stream. Like, there are things that are going to happen in my stream that I'm going to do. It's as simple as One thing I'm not going to do, I could have kept just playing jungle fundamentally. All I had to do was play with delay. All I had to do was just play with 3-minute delay. I'm not willing to do that on stream. I could VOD review on stream. I could do it in between queues with the little apps. I do not care to do that though. For stream play, like there are things I'd rather do when I'm in queue than that. It does not enhance my stream. I do not want to do it. Will it help me get better at the game? Yes, by a few %. I agree, bro. You're working your socks off. I'll kill you, bro. Like, just straight up, man. If you queue into me right now in your mid lane, I'll kill you, bro. I will fucking kill you. Bro, I will lock in Syndra. I will press QE on your fucking skull. And then I will press my ultimate. Type another message like this, I will kill you, bro. Are you on the enemy team, perchance? Sorry. Obviously, I'm talking about League, bro.